Ecdysone. Ecdysone. Hormone involved in insect molting and metamorphosis. Exocrine. Exocrine, product secreted into epithelium. Endocrine, product secreted into the bloodstream. Small intestine. Small intestine, duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Angiosperm. Angiosperm, a plant that has flowers and produces seeds enclosed within a carpel. Examples are herbaceous plants, shrubs, grasses, and most trees. Double fertilization occurs. Remember, that is angiosperms. Chordates have what? Pharyngeal pouches and a notochord and a dorsal tubular nerve cord. Medullary cavity. Medullary cavity, also known as marrow cavity. Central cavity of bones contains red bone marrow and or yellow bone marrow adipose tissue. Ornithine cycle produces urea from ammonia in the liver. Ethanol fermentation. Ethanol fermentation looks like it is when you have glucose, which is C6H12O6, glucose turning into pyruvate. You get 2-pyruvate, which is C2H5OH, and 2 CO2s, along with those 2 pyruvates. Okay, you get the lactic, homolactic. You might just want to check out these equations really quick. I'll hold this card for a second. Yeah. So that was ethanol fermentation and lactic acid fermentation. Might be good to know what's being produced there. Okay. Colchicine. Colchicine blocks mitotic cycle by inhibiting microtubule activity, also a medicine for gout disease. Jaundice. Jaundice caused by excess bilirubin. Hybridoma. Hybridoma, lymphocyte and myeloma cell. Prostaglandins. Prostaglandins, modified fatty acids which help induce fever, pain, and inflammation. Do you want me to turn that down? It's ruining my video. Okay, prolactin. Prolactin produced by anterior pituitary gland and stimulates milk production. Amnion. Amnion, a fluid-filled sac that protects the embryo from mechanical shock. Chorion. The chorion is a protective membrane that becomes a part of the placenta and secretes chorionic gonadotropin. Coleomate. Coleomate is an animal with a fluid-filled body cavity called a coleum. More organized. Annelid. Annelid are worms like ragworms, earthworms, and leeches. Pseudocoelomate. Pseudocoelomate has a body cavity full of organs. Random. Okay. Acoelomate. Acoelomate lacks a coleom, has bilateral symmetry and digestive cavity and digestive cavity is the only internal cavity. Progeria. Progeria, premature old aging. Stratum corneum. Stratum corneum, outermost layer of epidermis consisting of dead cells. Stratum germinativum, basal. Stratum germinativum, the deepest layer of cells in the epidermis, melanocyte and melanin containing layers. Gosh. Bile. Bile, not an enzyme, emulsifies fats and contains sodium bicarbonate and helps to neutralize stomach acid. Lacteal. A lacteal, lymph vessels and villi that absorb digested fatty acids. Element left as proof of a meteor or asteroid strike. It's iridium. Imprinting. Imprinting when a young animal follows the action of parents or following a parent when seen. Cnidoblast. Cnidoblast is specialized cells in the tentacles and body wall of coelentrates filled with nematocysts. Nematocysts are stinging cells of coelentrates. Cnidarian and coelentrate. Invertebrates with a tube or cup-shaped body and a single opening ringed with tentacles, jellyfish, corals, and anemas.
Don't you have to get to that file?
Yes.
What about all those cards in the bag?
Oh, not those. Ectotherm. Ectotherm. Cold-blooded. The number of heart chambers. Fish have 2. Frogs have 3. Crocodiles have 4. Reptiles have 3. Birds have 4. Chondrocytes. Chondrocytes. Cartilaginous fish. They are jawed vertebrates with paired fins, paired nares, scales, and a heart with its chambers in series, and skeleton of cartilage, no bones. Atrioventricular node, AV node. The AV node electrically connects atrial and ventricular chambers. Bundle of His. Bundle of His, heart muscle cells specialized for electrical conduction that transmit the electrical impulses from the AV node to the fascicular branches, then onto the Purkinje fibers, which cause the ventricles to contract by electrical conduction. Chordate. Chordate has a notochord during development. PTH, parathyroid hormone versus calcitonin. PTH stimulates osteoclastic activity while calcitonin decreases osteoclastic activity. Osteoclastic activity raises calcium levels in blood. Cortisol. Cortisol, triggered by stress, steroid hormone, and increases blood sugar levels through gluconeogenesis. Zona pellucida. Zona pellucida, thick transparent membrane around mammalian ovum. Cortical granules. Cortical granules, membrane-bound organelles that release their contents and harden the membrane upon conception. Acrosome. Acrosome, polar head of sperm. Electric change happens upon fertilization so that no more sperm can penetrate. Feedback inhibition. Feedback inhibition, a process by which a product that an enzyme catalyzes the production of inhibits the enzyme. Ladder of life classification. Life, domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Human chorionic gonadotropin, HCG. Hormone produced by the cytotrophoblast portion of the placenta, following implantation that maintains the corpus luteum. Amphioxus and tunicates. Amphioxus and tunicates. Chordates that are invertebrates, not loose. Don't lose notochord. Okay. How about enterogastrone? Enterogastrone responds to lipids secreted by mucosa of duodenum and inhibits the caudal forward motion of chyme, I think.
He wants to go to the store.
Cholecystokinin. Hormone stretched in duodenum that stimulates the release of bile into the intestine and the secretion of enzymes by the pancreas. Pistil. The pistil is the female organ of the flower. Stigma, style, and ovary are included. Stigma is the receptor site for pollen on the tip of the carpel that gets germinated. Style connects stigma to ovary. Okay. We have the red tide caused by what? Dinoflagellates. Mineral corticoid. A mineral corticoid is a corticosteroid that is involved with maintaining the salt balance in the body. Anther. Anther is a pollen-producing structure associated with flowering plants. Reverse transcriptase. Reverse transcriptase makes DNA from RNA. Leydig cells. Leydig cells secrete testosterone that allows germ cells to mature into sperm cells. Vas deferens. Vas deferens, duct that conveys sperm from the testicle to the urethra.
Tony, you really understand that I know all these technical words and I know what you're saying. I'm leaving this room. Crap.
Sebastian's like, I'm getting out of here.
Vas deferens duct that conveys sperm from the testicle to the urethra tube.
Like testicles?
Epididymis, spermatozoa mature here, seminiferous tubules, where meiosis, spermatogenesis occurs. Collagenase. Collagenase helps form collagen by breaking peptide bonds in collagen. Trypsin, digestive enzyme that breaks down proteins in small intestine. Coagulase. Coagulase, the staph enzyme that staph uses to clot blood. And then pepsin. Pepsin, chief digestive enzyme in the stomach, which breaks down proteins into polypeptides.